Hey, boys and girls, here we are again. It's Saturday, it's vlog 46, and it's me, Jaime, still locked down. As you can see, the lights are off on the table. I'm not drawing today. I'm going to answer questions, and please send me more questions. Anything about the background, anything, maybe ask me a question about life. I will answer them as best as I can. The questions today, I got several. Thank you very much from several people. Listing all the names would be hard, but I mean the ones that come right to mind was Emily, Jorge, Jill, Shelly, Mike. Yes, I'm feeling much better today. I occasionally have these indigestion problems, and it's just I don't know. Sometimes almost like oh, am I getting a heart attack? It's almost like a heartburny kind of thing, and they just kick my ass. But thank you. Yeah, it took about 2 days, but yesterday afternoon I started feeling much better. Around 3 o'clock, things just started smoothing right out. Look, I'm back having coffee. Mm. So that's answers that question. Another question asked was how many hats do I have? Was that boy, who asked me that one? I can't remember. It might have been Lisa. But anyway, yes, I have a ton of hats. I probably have 100 hats, and mostly ball cap style because I'm bald. When I had hair and when I shaved my head, I had hair. I didn't cut it for over 3 years, so I just had a long braid. Um, so I didn't wear hats back then. I wore a beanie sometimes in the winter, and I'd wear a ball cap sometimes if I was out in the sun for a long period of time. But now I wear hats all year long, even indoors sometimes. And but yeah, I have so many hats. So I don't want to do a tour because the place is a mess. But maybe someday I will. I'll bring them out, line them up, and we'll talk about them. But that's gonna be a long video if I have to talk about each and every hat. So because I'm sure you know me, everything has a story. But there you go. That answers that question. Another one is well, this one was already answered in another video, but we'll vlog. But we'll do it again. Shelly asks, "Is that Elvis over by the drawing table?" And yes, that's Elvis. And this is a screen print. It's a signed and numbered limited edition by Charles Burns. It's one of his pieces. The art is, and I love Charles Burns. I loved Big Baby. I loved all of his stuff. It's he's really a great cartoonist and artist. And this was screen printed by my pal Bruce Hilvitz, who sadly, when I moved to the East Bay, he was living in Oakland, and then he was getting ready to move back to Colorado, and we couldn't get it together enough to see each other. But I love Bruce, man, and we go way back. And he's a great cartoonist, obviously a great screen printer and artist. And but he's the one that screen printed that, and so that's part of the reason why I have it. I got it for really cheap. And I mean, it's worth probably twice the amount I paid for it, if not a little more. But also, the title of it is called Elvis in Hell. I don't like Elvis. I never did. I just don't care for him. It's just, he's not my speed, man. I think his movies are just super au fait corny. His music does not resonate with me for some reason. It's just, I don't know, man. It just never did it for me. And maybe it was because I was raised with my step grandparents, my step grandfather, and then he remarried, and my step grandmother, who are black folks from, Louisiana. They didn't like Elvis. They were like, fuck that guy. They listened to everyone else, which brings me to Little Richard was somebody we listened to in the house. And Little Richard passed. Richard Penniman, I think he was 87, died either last night or today. And that's a loss. I mean, the real rock and roll people, in my opinion, that started it all were Little Richard, Bo Diddley, Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, Gene Vincent, Eddie Cochran. I mean, all these people did, right? It was, Big Mama Thornton. Ike Turner. Ike Turner and his Kings of Rhythm, man. Listen to that stuff from the 50s. He was called by Sam Phillips as the Black Buddy Holly. He was badass. Now, regardless of him as a person, like I'm not asking the motherfucker over for dinner anytime soon, but his music is was incredible. And that's just how I feel. So Elvis, nah, that's I have that hanging up there for every other reason. So other than that, so there you go, Shelly. Hopefully that answers your question, and we shed a little light on rock and roll, and of course now the late great Richard Penman, who the kings of rock and roll wasn't him, but Little Richard used to say he was the queen of rock and roll. All right, so no drawing today, as I said. This is Saturday. I'm feeling better, drinking coffee. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm getting ready to roll downstairs and have breakfast. I might even shave today. Already showered and stuff. Anyway, so if you have to go out today, like I always say, mask up, wash those hands, sanitize, don't touch the face, don't touch anyone else, don't go around, licking things people touched or whatever. It's up to you. Not my lifestyle. And be kind to each other. Let's just be nice, and let's get through this. Thanks, everyone. I will talk to you tomorrow. See you.